Hey guys, my name's Alanna and I hate Hallmark movies. They're terrible and I just can't stop. Even if you don't necessarily watch Hallmark movies, but you love bad movies, you are in the right place. I discovered something that I need to share with the class. I've got my second iced coffee of this morning, and I don't know what to do with this information. Okay, so basically back in 2022, Hallmark launched a separate line of movies. So you have regular Hallmark, you have Hallmark Mysteries, and you have this other thing called Hallmark Mahogany, which is for, and I quote, focusing on uplifting stories celebrating Black families, love, and culture. And it is called Hallmark Mahogany. I guess Hallmark Ebony was a bit too on the nose. Every time I say Hallmark Mahogany, it feels so racist. And yes, rather than just include these Black focused movies with the rest of the Hallmark movies, they really did segregate it to its own separate thing. It honestly sounds fake, but it's true. So I have never watched a Hallmark Mahogany movie before, but I was curious, how different is it gonna be? Is it gonna be the exact same Hallmark trope setup, but with Black people, or are we actually gonna get different tropes and different storylines, and is it gonna be different? So today I'm recapping a Hallmark Mahogany, my first Hallmark Mahogany spring breakthrough from 2023. This Black focused uplifting story about Black love and culture and family was written by Samantha Herman, a white woman. Anyway, aside from all the Hallmark Mahogany stuff that I was curious about, and you're gonna see how this movie is or is not different from a regular bad Hallmark movie, this movie is one of the most toxic, red flag romance movies I have literally ever seen. I genuinely could not believe not only the message in this movie, but the plot and lack thereof, the direction, the character choices, the overarching message of this film is so toxic and gross, and it is just yikes. It is from 2023. It's a modern story. Anyway, grab a seat, get cozy, buckle up, maybe get yourself a nice beverage because this is a roller coaster. We start off in wintry Chicago and we meet our girl Monica as she's getting into work. As she's settling in at her desk, we meet boss man Phil, who is wearing such a ill-fitting suit, but he asks her if she's ready to present to the new board.
Look how far we've come. From an office with no heat to this.
We owe it all to you, Monica.
Monica gives her presentation. We learn it's kind of some sort of charity foundation thing that she works for. She's giving this presentation, and in particular, there's this one young woman who keeps offering suggestions, maybe they could modernize a bit, maybe they could make an app to help with donations and all that, make a good website, all that kind of stuff. And Monica very politely / not super politely shuts her down. Literally disregards every suggestion this woman offers. That night we see Monica at home with friend Denise. They do kind of reference Denise as aunt, but I don't think they're actually related. This is friend aunt Denise. And they're having dinner, they're hanging out. Denise says that she wants to plan a 20th work anniversary for Monica. # boss bitch. Monica mentions that she's expecting the boss man Phil to retire literally any moment and expects that he will then pass the company to her. Go ahead and keep that up here, ladies. You know what's coming. They talk about Monica's daughter, who's a senior in college, and apparently spring break is coming up, and mom, Monica, is expecting the daughter to come see her, and she's planned out the whole week, and they're gonna do lots of mother-daughter stuff. This conversation goes on, and let me tell you, neither of them eat. That food is just sat there getting cold. What a fucking waste. The next day, Monica rushes into work because Phil has an announcement, and it's exactly what you think it is.
Hey, do we need to go over the final guest list? What's wrong? Oh, please don't tell me there's a problem with the donor. Honey.
No.
Oh, good. That's good.
I don't know how to say this.
Just say it, Phil. You can tell me anything.
We're letting you go.
Accept that?
Monica,
Wow. Wow. What? Why?
The new board met after the presentation. They want to take the foundation in a new direction.
Okay, well, have them draw me an arrow and point me there. You know I'm a fast learner,
Unfortunately,
Phil.
not fast enough for the board. They see you as part of the old guard.
Oh.
They want a fresh perspective.
Young. Yeah, just it. Young perspective.
I tried to change their minds, but I was the lone voice in the wilderness. I'm so sorry, Monica. I'll write you an amazing letter of recommendation. With your experience, you'll find something in no time.
Well, fuck you too, Phil. Does Chicago not have some sort of like termination without clause law? Because literally she's given no warning and the next scene she's packed up and left. And while she's leaving, her new, younger replacement arrives.
Oh. Well, baby girl. Your mom is in a real fix.
Surprising green screen? Okay, we jump to Monica's daughter, Vivian. She's at college and we see her with her new boyfriend, Sean.
I'm so jealous. I still gotta write my paper on... What are you doing? We have class.
Vivian, you bring so much light to my life. I love you so much. I'd be honored if you'd be my wife, please.
Sean.
I'm sorry I didn't get a ring yet.
Bro, why are you so far away? He didn't actually get her a ring, mind you. Love that. But she says yes. And then they're back at like one of their dorm rooms or whatever. And the daughter, Vivian, is talking about how she's nervous because she's never met Sean's family. Also love that. And she's worried about telling her mom, Monica. Our girl, Monica. I wonder why. Maybe because getting married to your college boyfriend is a terrible idea. His frontal lobe isn't even developed. Later that night, Monica calls over friend/aunt Denise and she tells her, yeah, I got fired, surprise. And Denise is wonderful. She's like, you got this. It's gonna be okay. You'll figure it out. Let me take you out to dinner anyway like we planned. But first, Monica is waiting for a call from Vivian, the daughter. And she says, I'm not gonna tell Vivian that I got fired until I have like another job lined up, until I figure out what I'm doing because I don't want to stress her out. Okay, fine. Vivian calls mom Monica and Monica's like, I'm so excited to see you. When does your plane land? I've got the whole week planned out.
Right, I think there's might just be a slight change in plans.
Okay.
I have news. Good news, I think.
What's up, Vivian? Spill the tea.
Okay, you're right. I'm gonna spit it out. Here it goes. I'm engaged.
Congratulations, honey.
Thank you, Aunt Denise.
Oh, come on, show us the ring.
Oh, so I don't have a ring yet.
Girl.
Okay, but I thought you were serious. I was worried.
Oh, well, I am serious. He asked me to marry him and I accepted. I really don't think I need a ring. Our love is all I need.
It's clear that our girl Monica, mom Monica, has never met Sean. Love that. And instead of having this week together, this mother-daughter time together, Sean's family has planned already somehow a like week-long celebration together at this resort at the coast. Which I guess is nice that Sean's family is paying for this like resort party engagement thing, seemingly that's like starting the next day. After the call is awkward, the call is embarrassing and tense. After the call, Sean pops in and is like, how did it go? But don't worry, everything's gonna be great. Your mom's gonna love my family's gonna love your mom. It's gonna be awesome. Remember, this boy's frontal lobe is not fully developed. He doesn't know what's gonna be awesome. We join Monica and Denise at the airport, and here we get a little bit of an exposition dump.
I've been blindsided twice in 1 week. I don't know what Vivian is thinking. Got married young, thinking I'd still have time to pursue a career, then I got pregnant.
Vivian's not pregnant, Mom.
Well, it could happen, and then what? And I know Viv. She'd give up everything to be a good mom.
And that's a bad thing.
No, it's a good thing at the right time. I just don't want her rushing into all this like I did.
And here is our plot. Mom Monica, our girl Monica, gets fired. And her and friend slash aunt Denise get whisked away to this week-long engagement party. But mom Monica is worried for Vivian, that Vivian is going to throw her life away, that she's going to prioritize like getting married young, kind of like the mom did, and the mom got pregnant right away, and life was really difficult, and she had to focus on family and career, and it was a lot. Monica mom had a tough time, and she's worried that her daughter is now about to do the exact same thing. So Monica says, I'm gonna take the week to convince Vivian that this is not a good idea, and by the end of the week the engagement will be off. Maybe not permanently off, but like off for the time being, to give them time to figure out what they want to do, which is a little bit diabolical. Like, I get it, but it's also like a little diabolical. At the gift shop, Monica runs into this flirty black man, and they're talking about books, like little chit chat. She mentions that her daughter just got engaged, and he's like, you're too young to have a daughter that old, wink wink.
So, mysterious mother of the bride, are you excited about this wedding? Or
Well, my only child has decided to throw away her life before she graduates college. Every mother's dream. And I am sorry. I do not know why I overshared. I do not do that. I don't know why I just did that. I'm sorry.
it's okay, I have that effect on women.
Back at the gate, the flirty black man comes over and he gives her a book that she was looking at. She's like, I didn't buy that. And he's like, no, but I bought it for you. If you watch Hallmark movies so far, I would say this is the exact same. The only difference is this flirty black guy is actually flirty, where a lot of the like Hallmark love interests in like the white movies, the man is gay. Let's just say what it is. A lot of those actors are gay men, and I feel like it shows. And sometimes the chemistry is really awkward and the flirting is really uncomfortable. So I will say, so far for this one, Spring Breakthrough, the love interest black guy man, we don't know his name yet, he can flirt. He's flirty and he's charismatic. The bar is really well and truly that low.
Who is that? Nobody. Just a fellow traveler.
I guess you got caught up with nobody and forgot to buy your book.
Shut up, Denise. Shut up.
Hey, looks like Mr. Nobody is on our flight. Dare I say destiny is calling?
It's not destiny. Gosh. Another man-child who doesn't want to grow up. No, thank you.
I think he looks like fun.
Well, I don't have time for fun. I'm on a mission.
We finally arrive at the resort and we see daughter Vivian.
Slow down, slow down. Hi, honey. Oh, I bought you some sunscreen because you always forget.
Hi. Hey, sweetheart.
How are you?
Where's this fiance of yours?
He's at the pool with his family. He'll be around in a second.
You hear that, Monica? Sean's family is enjoying their vacation.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have a great time.
Yeah.
Why don't we all say that together? We're gonna have
A great time.
I thought they were gonna have a son.
Throughout this movie, and I don't know why they did this, but Monica, Mom Monica, our girl, our main Hallmark girly, Monica, is portrayed as what I can only describe as a huge bitch. Like a frigid, mean bitch. I honestly don't know why we did this. Like, she's our Hallmark girly. We're supposed to be rooting for her. I don't know if it's the actress herself just kind of comes across that way, or if it was the actual direction from the director. But we should be rooting for her, and I don't think she's in the wrong for thinking that this engagement and this wedding is a bad idea. I feel like that's a very normal reaction. Neither of the parents know this person, like they're just getting engaged, getting married. Like, I think it's normal to be worried about that, and we should be rooting for our girl. But throughout this movie, honestly, Monica just comes across like the ultimate bitch. And it's here we get a bombshell that I just screamed into the abyss. As they're walking to meet the family, we learn that Vivian met Sean last semester. Met. So if we think this is spring break, so we're like March-ish, So you think like February, January would have been that semester, Christmas break, last semester. So potentially November, October, September. We're talking months that they've met. Like 4 months that they have been aware of each other. And now they're getting married. Girlie, that is insane. You don't even know what he's gonna be like in the summer. I honestly can't understand people who get married having not known a person an entire like calendar year. That is wild to me. Like, what if he has some like horribly annoying summertime hobby? Like, you don't even know this person. We finally meet Sean and Monica rejects his hug. Awkward. She tries to grill him like, what are you studying at school? What are your life goals? Who are you? But Vivian cuts him before he can say anything, and she gives Mom and Aunt Denise their room keys so they can go unpack. We see the girlies walk into the restaurant for dinner, and let me just say, Monica's outfits, A+. She's got this like blue sparkly jumpsuit with a white coat and a orange slice purse. I love it. Also, she has a different outfit like 2 or 3 times a day for this week-long party. I don't know how many suitcases she brought, but my God. The costume changes in this movie are crazy. She does make a comment here about her feet hurting, but when they get to the table, she's gonna take her shoes off. And I only say this to keep it up here because yes, this interaction involves the plot. I don't make the rules. Vivian introduces Sean's family. So we get Joy, the mom, Forrester, the dad. We see Sean's brother. And then we see this girl who, I don't know who this is. At first I thought it was the sister. So it's like Sean and the brother's sister, the 3 of them. But then it kind of seems like later in the movie that she might be the boyfriend's girlfriend. And maybe she's like friend of Vivian. It doesn't matter. I didn't write down either of their names. I just don't care. Wait, is that a green screen too? Why? They're sitting at a table. We also learn that Forrest, the dad's frat brother, who is also Sean's godfather, is there. He's the golf pro at this resort. And the golf pro / frat brother person, godfather person, his sister is also like part of this group. And she's like, she works at the restaurant for like head of food and beverage or whatever. There's a decent amount of characters in this movie. A lot of Hallmark movies, there's like 3 or 4 maybe. There's a decent amount here, but honestly, this plot is so weak. It will not be confusing, I promise. If anything, rather than understanding this movie, you're gonna wish that you never saw it. And that you never saw this recap. Monica sort of whispers over to Sean's parents and she's like, you know, this is wonderful and all, but aren't you a little bit worried that this is going too fast? Which, fair question. But Sean's parents are like, well, when you know, so who cares? In the middle of this fucking restaurant, the girlie is like, who's ready for dancing? What?
Who's up for some dancing?
My mom's not really of the dancing club.
No, I'm just resting my feet.
Well, I dance. Count me in. Vacation Denise is enjoying every second of this until she turns back into a pumpkin.
Well, get it, Vacation Denise. Get it, Vacation Denise. Get it, Vacation Denise. Get it, Vacation.
We're gonna dance in the middle of a fucking restaurant? Is this a black person thing that I'm not aware of? Or better yet, is this what Samantha Herman, the writer, thinks that black people do? Respectfully, if a table beside me in a fancy restaurant at a fancy resort had a woman just like randomly dancing and they're all like chanting at her and stuff, I would be pissed.
Get it, Vacation Denise. Get it, Vacation Denise. Get it, Vacation Denise.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. It's my shoe. It's my shoe. You should. I'm sorry, y'all. I should get her back to the hotel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love you.
I love you too.
All right. I think that's all the dancing for Vacation Denise. Come on.
Remember when I said about the shoes? This is the type of plot that we're dealing with. Plot. The next day, Denise is laid up in bed. She's like rolled her ankle or whatever, and she's gonna have to sit out the lesson with the golf pro slash Sean's godfather. So Monica is gonna go by herself, but she'll make it quick. Basically, we need Monica to go to this golf lesson alone, and the only way that writer Samantha could think of making this happen is if Denise rolls her ankle while dancing at the restaurant and slips on Monica's shoes, and so she's hurt her ankle and she can't go. Cinema. One thing to note, this Hallmark mahogany is no different from a regular Hallmark so far. The only difference obviously is like there's black people in it. The only thing I notice is every time we get music, there's music between every scene and there's like some music in the scenes, but anytime there's music, it's this like royalty-free hip hop music.
All right, I'll make it a quick lesson. But after that, no more fun and games. Operation Kibosh will be in full swing.
Full swing.
Uh-huh.
I see what you did
You
there.
saw what I did there?
How urban. Monica is at the golf course waiting for the golf pro for her golf lesson, and who else shows up but the flirty black man from the airport. And they're like, what? And I'm like, oh my god, who saw this coming? What are the odds? She mentions that the golf pro never showed up and like how unprofessional, and she's clearly terrible. Like she's got a terrible swing. She doesn't know what she's doing. So flirty airport black man guy is like, let me show you what to do.
Oh gosh. Yep. That I need to tighten up a bit.
Do you mind if I give it a shot?
Okay.
You can watch all the instructional videos you like, but to succeed, you have to relax and surrender to your swing.
Oh, so I'm supposed to believe that Tiger Woods relaxed and surrendered his way to the Masters.
No, girly. Tiger Woods surrendered to the siren call of driving while being absolutely obliterated. We don't actually get to see airport guys swing, but his stunt double does a great one.
Well, it's been almost 10 minutes. I have half a mind to just bail when it's all together.
What about the other half of your mind? Does he want to stay?
Oh, come on. Are you serious? You're the golf instructor.
At your service. And there is no late here. We're on beach time.
Oh, well, that is one way to justify it.
I'm on Monica's side for this. You're the golf pro. Someone has booked and paid for a lesson that you provide as the golf pro, and you're late. It's a bad look, and it's giving black men a bad name. And maybe Samantha thinks this is what black guys do. They're always late. But then she's like, wait, if you're the golf pro, that means you're also Sean's godfather, and he was the one that planned this silly little trip.
And you're the reason for this absurd engagement trip.
And you disapprove of your daughter marrying my godson.
I do.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
Everyone in this movie thinks that Monica is weird for not approving of the engagement. Everybody else approves. Everybody else is really excited and thinks this is a great idea. Monica is the only one who's like, ugh, maybe we're moving a bit too fast. But at the same time, like I said before, Monica is shown to be a huge bitch. She's mean and frigid and so unlikable. So even though I agree with Monica, I think you're supposed to agree with Monica, like, things are moving too fast. Like, this is something to be concerned about. So while I agree with Monica and I'm on her side and I'm supporting her, I don't like her because she comes across as a huge bitch. And I don't get it. I don't know why we're doing this. We cut to Monica having a coffee, which the golf pro Clark, airport flirty man, golf pro, godfather, frat brother Clark, interrupts. And it's here that we meet his sister Willa, who also works at the resort.
Oh.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
Do they
through.
ever take a breather?
I hope not. They are good for business. It was nice meeting you, Monica.
Nice to meet you too.
The spring breakers reminded me of when I was in college. Forrest and I would go to Mexico. We lived it up.
And did you think either of you were mature enough or old enough to get married?
Absolutely not.
Exactly.
Clark asks Monica, like, well, what did you do for spring break? And she's like, I had to work. She got pregnant with Vivian in her senior year and had to become an adult with responsibilities. Shut him up. It's kind of like all of the characters are like, yeah, whatever. Like, we'll just roll with it. You know, we'll just, like, who cares? Nothing's that serious. And Monica's like, it is that serious. This is like real life. We jump to the girlies at this like fake spa room, and all of their chairs are pushed up against this like wall of cabinets. I wonder what the room is normally used for, because it's not a spa, I can tell you that.
So, honey, have you and Sean decided what you're gonna do after graduation? Where you're gonna live?
You know, Mom, I'm so happy that the spa is inspiring such casual conversation.
Well, marriage isn't casual, honey. And I want you to walk into it with eyes wide open. Is Sean gonna be able to provide stability?
Mom, can we please just talk about this later? Maybe in private?
Fine, thank you. I don't want you to just hitch your wagon to the first decent boy that comes around. So I just wanted to talk later. Later.
Yeah, let's not discuss the future of our lives before marrying anyone. It's not like until death do us part or anything. Mom Monica asks the other girl, who we don't know her relationship. I think she's the girlfriend of the brother, but like basically the other girl. And Monica's like, so are you seeing anyone? And she's like, oh no, not me. Unlike Vivian and all her boyfriends. And she just starts listing out all of the people that Vivian has dated over the years that Monica has obviously never like met or known about. Girl got around. This other woman is obviously not a girl's girl either. This is not shit that you share with your friend's mom. Vivian says that she didn't tell Mom Monica about any of these guys because none of them were like good enough to introduce to Mom until Sean. But I guess they were all good enough to date, but whatever. Next, Monica joins Clark beside one of the pools.
So, what exactly is your beef with Sean?
I don't have beef with Sean. I just met him.
I feel like I'm going insane. Are we not all team Monica at this point? This engagement is insane. They've known, not even dated, they've known each other for like 4 months. But I feel like I'm being gaslit because like everybody seems to be totally fine with it. Clark is like, Sean is wonderful, Vivian is lucky to have him, and Monica's like, well, Vivian is incredible and Sean is lucky to have her. And she's like, I think they're like a nice pair and stuff. It's just that they're too young.
I just think they're too young.
Says who? They're having fun.
Fun?
Yeah.
Marriage is work. It's about partnership and commitment. It's not fun.
Well, it should be. Maybe that's why I never went down the old married with children path.
Then fine when you are to be giving me advice. So, forgive me if I take your point of view with a grain of salt.
Behind them, Vivian screams because Sean has now like proposed again, but with her dream engagement ring. Yay! But rather than turn around and show her mom, Vivian runs off to show like the friends / his siblings. Ouch. Later that night at the beach with like the friends / his siblings, the younger group of people, Vivian is stressed out because she hasn't heard back from any of her law applications. They're all like, you'll be fine, don't worry about it, you're super smart, it's not a big deal. And then they're talking about like careers and stuff, and Sean's like, oh, I could never work for my father. Even though it's clear that they're sort of expecting that Sean will work with his dad, Forrest.
My dad is clamoring for Sean to graduate and go at the accounting firm.
You gonna work there too, Sean?
TBD. No offense, Si, but I can't work for Dad every day. What? No.
Since when? I thought that you were set on getting your qualifications for your license and then moving to Milwaukee in the fall.
I mean, we never finalized moving there, so.
I didn't say anything about finalizing, but it was on the table.
Hey, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay? And it ain't now. Okay. Stop. Come on, Sean. Come on.
Maybe it is important to see like whether you're compatible with someone, with your future goals and like your hopes and dreams and stuff. Maybe it is kind of important to figure that stuff out. It's not like someone's been harping on that this entire time. We jump to the next morning, and the rest of this movie honestly destroyed my brain. So much more than the first part. We basically get tiny scenes with royalty-free hip-hop music between all of them. Like, genuinely exhausting. We see Denise and Monica having coffee, and Clark comes in and he starts talking about like local superstitions or whatever, and it's largely pointless, but he says something about, yeah, it's all about like living in the moment and being present. End scene, literally. And this is just the beginning. Next, we're at a local museum, which honestly looks really sad. Just a really sad looking room. Daughter Vivian mentions that they might like to get married at the Drake, which is apparently some sort of venue that Monica deals with a lot with her job, right? And so Vivian's like, well, maybe you could get us in at the Drake through your work. But remember, Monica got fired, which honestly feels like a million years ago at this point. But again, remember, she hasn't told Vivian, she hasn't told anyone except the aunt / friend that she's been fired. So she doesn't have that contact at the Drake anymore. But she doesn't say that. She's like, oh, you know, it's really expensive and you might not get a booking for like 2 years because it's so busy. Like, what's the rush? Like, just take your time. But Vivian is clearly annoyed. Love that. Then we see Vivian talking with the friend / Sean's sister, and Monica butts in.
Yeah, I just don't think that any of this is evoking what it is you're trying to communicate.
Oh, I should include that melting ice cap piece we saw back there in my video montage.
That's perfect.
Which video? The video?
Sierra is on a crusade to make our campus green.
I only have a couple of months to get enough signatures for my petition.
That is a worthy cause, Sierra, but I guess I don't understand how the video factors in.
I need catchy imagery to pop off and draw attention to the cause.
Okay, so I'm gonna give some advice. I think that kind of clickbaiting may be perceived as unprofessional, but I think it would help you use literature to outline your mission statement.
Yes, all videos are clickbait and cannot convey information appropriately. I can kind of see why she got fired now.
I actually think you should listen to her, Sierra. She's the senior vice president at her foundation. She basically runs the whole thing.
You know what? That's okay. Okay, you guys ready? Let's go grab the picture.
Okay.
I think that's actually perfect.
I do too.
And then we're done with that scene. So soon? Yes. And then we're at this like fucking craft fair thing. Monica's on the phone with someone from the Drake and she's like, hey, if Vivian calls, can you guys like say that you're too busy? Like, don't book Vivian, basically. But Denise hears what she's doing. She grabs the phone, she hangs up, and is basically like, you can't be doing that. Which, fair. That is like active sabotage. I'm not gonna touch on the fact that we just had a scene where, you know, we're led to believe Monica doesn't have a contact at the Drake anymore because she was fired, but then she's talking to a contact at the Drake and trying to like sabotage the wedding. It doesn't matter. Personally, I don't think she should be actively trying to sabotage the wedding. That feels like a bit too much, but letting your opinions known, like this is maybe moving too fast, like maybe we need to take a break, I think that's okay. But once you get into like the active sabotage, like that's a bit much. That's how we know Clark is a good guy. That's good writing. Thank you, Samantha. While they're walking around this craft fair, Monica talks more about her job. And it was basically like social programming for at-risk teens and adults. So like helping them with their homework, helping them get a job, like all of that kind of good stuff. And we also learned that Clark went to school for international finance.
I'm still trying to think of a way to apply it in a small way, you know? Maybe start a business on my own someday.
Okay, so aren't you full of surprises?
You ain't seen nothing yet.
But that's the end of that scene. Do you see what I mean? Like the scenes are so short. It's like Samantha doesn't know how to write like a connected scene. We get these tiny little things, just little snippets, and royalty-free urban hip-hop music in between. And honestly, it just gets worse. Next, they're sitting at a picnic bench and Sean and the brother walk by.
Sean, come here. My grandmother was Caribbean, and she always told us, you never marry if you let a broom sweep over your feet.
For real? For true. Now.
He is probably the only one in the Hallmark cinematic universe that's allowed to do that accent. He mentions that his last serious girlfriend was writing like her thesis or whatever on regional superstitions, and that's why he knows like all these little sayings. He says they almost got married, but they realized they wanted different things. You know, she wanted to get married and have the house and the kids like right away, and he was just not ready. And Monica is like, that's great. You know, you handled that like an adult. You saw that, you know, you guys weren't compatible and you were able to end it before things got too far. On the flip side, Sean and Vivian clearly have not had that conversation and have no idea what the other person wants, but they're moving forward anyway. And then Monica shares the story of like her life and meeting Vivian's dad.
So we met junior year, and oh, it was fun at first. A whirlwind. And we wanted to get married right away, and I got pregnant. And anyway, I can't blame him. We were both babies. It just couldn't work. But Anton, you know, he's a good dad in his own way.
Okay.
But he and Vivian just don't have the best relationship.
Well, I'm sorry. I can only imagine how challenging it was navigating all of that on your own.
This is nice. There's decent chemistry, and these stories I feel like are super relatable and realistic. You know, getting married young, having a kid young, having to navigate being a young adult with all of these responsibilities, getting divorced, being a single parent, like trying to have a career for yourself, but also being a mom. Like, these are so relatable and realistic and everyday stories that I'm sure loads of people can relate to. If only the movie followed this direction and stayed reasonable. But of course it does not. Next, we see the ladies having these giant fucking slices of cake. Honestly, huge slices of cake, and guess what? You know, they don't eat it. And that drives me crazy. Willa, aka Clark's sister, she also works at the resort, brings up the story about how Clark was like a big CFO in California. But when Willa's husband died, he like quit his job, he moved here. He started working at the resort as like the golf pro, and he was really there for her when she needed him. And both of the women are like, I'm really sorry for your loss. And this scene is actually really touching. Like it's nice. Like it's sad, but it's nice. Then Monica says something like, there must have been loads of finance type jobs in the area. Why would he quit everything that he's trained for and, you know, not pursue that anymore? And Willa says something like, he had his reasons. End scene. After some royalty-free hip-hop transition music, we see the gang on the golf course. And Mom Monica asks Sean again, like, what do you see for your future? What are your future goals? But of course, Vivian cuts in again. Also, is Vivian's outfit appropriate for a golf course? This thing looks like a fucking bathing suit. Clark's argument is basically like, money isn't everything as long as you're passionate about what you do. And Monica's like, that's great, but passion doesn't pay the bills, which, fair. All of Monica's arguments, I think, are totally reasonable. Making sure you can provide for yourself before you start having a family and knowing your future goals and yada, yada, yada. But again, she comes across like a controlling bitch. She says, like, I don't want Vivian to get distracted from her future goals, from her ultimate dreams. You know, I want her to stay on track to succeed. Which is fair, but the way she says it and stuff is so gross and controlling, and everybody looks uncomfortable. End scene. Next, we're by the pool, and Vivian mentions that she just got a call from the dad. We haven't seen the dad yet. Mystery dad, not in the picture dad. She just got a call from the dad, totally out of the blue, and immediately the dad was like, you know, you shouldn't settle down, you shouldn't rush into things, like, you need to take your time, like, totally out of the blue. And Vivian's like, I haven't even told him about Sean yet. Like, I haven't even told him about the engagement. I don't know what's going on. Keep that up here. The father also doesn't know about Sean, has never met Sean, not aware of Sean, let alone the fact that they're engaged. To Sean's credit, he says, like, we don't have to get married right away. Like, we could wait if that's what you want. Like, we don't have to just, like, get married immediately, blah, blah, blah. You know, like, he says the right stuff. But for some reason, Vivian is pissed. Like, how could you say that? And then runs off. Because again, I remind you, these children are getting married. Next, we see Clark and Monica on the pier fishing, and she mentions something like, I can't believe our trip is almost over. I fucking wish it would come faster. They talk a bit, but it's here we have a little bit of a crash out. She mentions that the nonprofit that she worked for, he doesn't know that she got fired. So the nonprofit that she works for is really important for struggling families. You know, she used those types of services when she was a single parent. You know, like it's serious business. And she's talking from personal experience. And she wants to be able to help other families, you know, going through what she went through. And Clark is like, I totally respect you paying it forward, but maybe you could like lighten up a little bit.
It must be nice to be so cavalier. Women in my position have had to work at least twice as hard to get half the respect.
I would never diminish all that you've accomplished. But you can loosen the reins a little bit. For the sake of you both.
Forgive me if I don't want to upend my entire life because some overgrown teenager on a perpetual vacation thinks I should loosen up.
Copy that. We should get going.
What a bitch. But she's right. It must have been so tough making ends meet while trying to care for your child as a single parent. He has no idea what that's like. He's never even been close to that arena, right? But again, the way that she says stuff and the way that she does stuff is so bitchy. Clark meets up with Sean on a hammock and they have this little talk. Sean mentions that Vivian is upset at him. Remember, she ran off because he said they didn't have to get married right away if she didn't want to. Vivian is upset at him and he knows that Monica clearly doesn't approve of the engagement, but does mention like when we get married, Monica is going to be there forever. Like they're joining their families and she's going to be part of it. But he says like, since you and Monica seem to be like hitting it off, could you maybe like convince her that I'm a good match for Vivian? Like maybe you could put in a good word for me. And Clark is like, no, you're gonna have to do this yourself. Just give it time. End scene. Keep up, everybody. We're back at the hotel and Monica is complaining to Denise. She's all, you know, I know my baby. And Denise is like, you need to chill out. But then Vivian runs in and she's like, did you tell Dad about the engagement? She is pissed. Like, was no one allowed to tell the father that the daughter's getting married? Monica does defend her action of telling the dad that Vivian is engaged. She's like, you're caught up in the moment right now. You need to take both of our advice. You need to slow down and think things through.
You're right. I'm not an expert at dating.
Expert, Mom, you don't date.
Listen, I'm saying I was in the same boat as you when I married your father. And I don't want you to repeat my mistakes.
So I'm a mistake.
Vivian, of course. Now, you know I didn't mean it that way.
You know what, Mom? This is happening, whether you like it or not. So if you cannot figure out how to support us, then you can just skip the party that Joy and Forrest are throwing us. Matter of fact, if you want, you can skip the whole wedding altogether.
Vivian, come.
Technically, legally, Vivian is an adult and she can make her own decisions, all right? I get that. I still say with Monica that it's too soon, it's too fast. It's like, this is a serious decision and you're just like running into it. I do still side with her, but I appreciate that Vivian has created boundaries. This is happening and you can either be part of it or not. And then you guessed it, end scene. We see Clark practicing putting and Monica comes out and she does apologize for what she said when they were fishing on the pier. You know, I was out of line. I'm really sorry about that. And she's wearing another outfit. How many suitcases can one woman bring? It's here that Clark explains like his career situation. His last job, the big CFO job, basically ruined his relationship because he worked too much. And then he almost had a heart attack because he was pushing himself so much. So when the sister's husband died, he's like, this is a sign. He quit his job. He came back to support his sister through her grief and be the golf pro and like enjoy life while he has it without like working himself into the grave, basically. That's like the general vibe.
So, are you happy with your decision?
My blood pressure is way down. Yeah. I'm happy about that. I wasn't trying to spy on you. I was just getting ice.
Listen, it wasn't your fault. I was acting like a petulant child, so.
Clearly.
All right now.
Why did she say the line like that?
All right now. All right now.
Maybe it's just me. This movie has made me go insane. End scene. Next we see Monica and Clark on these cute little bikes, which they don't ride when Sean strolls up.
My parents were so excited to meet you and to unite our families, but you spent this entire trip plotting against us. Vivian loves you so much, but respectfully, your behavior has been a slap in her face.
I'm not proud of what I did.
I'm aware Vivian said she would proceed with or without you, but I cannot abide by that. If we don't have your blessings, I cannot move forward, no matter what she says. I know Vivian would never be happy if you aren't a part of our wedding, and if she isn't happy, neither am I. I'm sorry.
End scene. Yes. What the fuck? I'm still team Monica, but I think at this point, like, she's let her feelings be known, and now you have to just kind of like be supportive. I don't think she's evil for thinking this is going too fast, but I think at this point in the story, like, you kind of have to go with it. You've let your feelings be known, and now you just gotta be supportive. Next scene, we see Monica and Clark on the golf course, and Monica mentions that Vivian is willing to meet with her that evening, but she doesn't know what she's gonna say yet. She does let it slip here that she was actually fired from her job, and she hasn't told anyone, but she's like, you know, maybe they were right. Maybe I am too, like, uptight and old-fashioned, and they were right to fire me.
Does Vivian know about this already?
No, only Denise. And now you. I just wanted to secure a job before I told her.
I think you're entirely too hard on yourself. There, I said it.
No, my ideas, Clark, they were outdated.
Maybe not. But all this stuff with the job, that's your fault.
Excuse me?
If you hadn't sustained the foundation all these years, they wouldn't even be around to fire you.
Okay. Okay.
It's because of you that your baby is now big enough and strong enough to walk all on her own without your help. You should be proud of that.
Why does it feel like we're not talking about work anymore?
Here, let me help you with your putt. No Kevin Costner movie this time. Keep a safe HR distance.
You got jokes. All right, let's go.
Right.
What am I doing wrong?
All right.
Pretty decent chemistry. It's not hateful, at least. Sometimes we've even recapped some of those movies where the chemistry actively feels hostile. We don't have that in this. We do have some like decent chemistry. You know, I'll take it when I can get it. He helps her with her swing, and then you guessed it, end scene. Next, we've got another outfit, and we see Monica and Clark sort of like walking along this pathway in the resort, obviously, and he brings her to some of his friends. So it's like Sean's dad, Forrest, and like a couple of other friends, and they sit down to chat. I couldn't believe it, but I checked. They sit down to talk. The scene ends. This scene is 40 seconds long. This has to be illegal. And this is what I said earlier. The scenes become so pointless and so short. There's no character development here. They talk about nothing to these friends. This entire scene is 40 seconds. Literally kill me, I want to die. In the next scene, we see Vivian and Sean having their morning coffee.
And I think Mom was going overboard on that party she's throwing for us. I mean, told my pops I'm not moving to Milwaukee.
Oh, I thought that was still on the table.
Nah, it's all good. He was cool about it.
Cool about what, though? Because have you decided what you're going to do instead?
Wow, someone sounded a lot like her mother.
And that is supposed to mean what?
Nothing, baby. Babe, I was just...
Tyson, why do we...
Hey, I was just kidding.
Why do we keep finding ourselves on different pages?
I'm just...
Found you.
Huh. Imagine that. Someone's getting cold feet with no plan for the future. But yeah, Mom's a bitch. Monica pops in, in a new outfit, of course, and she asks them if they all like want to play poker together. And then we fast forward a little bit and Clark joins in and we can see that Monica is teaching Sean how to play. But she uses the time to ask Sean, you know, about his childhood, about his favorite movie, about, you know, when did you know Vivian was the one for you, that kind of stuff. It's clear that she's trying to be positive, she's trying to be part of their lives. She's obviously made the decision, like she wants to be part of this, even if maybe she doesn't agree. And she's trying. They're laughing, they're having a great time, yay. And then the friend slash sister slash, I don't know who this woman is, runs over and interrupts everybody. She almost starts saying the line before she gets to the table. It's really awkward.
Check this out.
But basically she's like, Monica, I'm taking your advice. With her like signature, she's doing like a fundraiser thing from before. She's like, I'm taking your advice and it's really helped. Like I'm getting all of these signatures coming in. It's awesome. Thank you so much. So mom was right. Fancy that. After poker, Monica joins Denise in the hotel room and she's like getting Denise up to speed. They play poker, they hung out. She's starting to like Sean. She still doesn't approve of the engagement because she thinks it's too fast, but she's trying to be supportive. She's trying to be positive. And I literally cannot believe it. End scene. This scene is 26 seconds long. I've never seen anything like this.
You versus me?
Oh, game on.
Game on. Let's do it. Oh, let me get my money first.
I took one nap and I missed everything. Details.
Okay. So first, I still slay at poker.
Oh.
Secondly, I think I like Sean.
Oh, how long was I asleep? Girl. Does that mean you approve of the engagement?
Oh, girl, I wouldn't go that far. But I understand what Vivian sees in Sean.
Oh,
I know.
baby steps. We're making progress.
And don't forget, we have royalty-free music before and after. And sometimes the royalty-free music section is longer than the actual scene. I've literally never seen this before. Next we see Willa and Clark hugging and Monica interrupts in another beautiful outfit. Monica takes Willa's seat like at the table in what we can only assume like in front of Willa's salad, which is completely untouched. All this food and nobody fucking eats. Clark explains that he's gonna start his own foundation and it's gonna help kids, like at-risk kids, learn how to play golf, run a summer camp, like to get kids off the streets and enjoying golf, do like grants for like golf scholarships and stuff like that. And he wants to thank Monica for the inspiration. Honestly, how lovely.
Yeah, I want them to have the same opportunity I was blessed to have. Wow. I'm also gonna establish a camp where we teach the kids to golf. It's about leveling the greens for kids who aren't normally exposed to these opportunities.
Wow, Clark, you are amazing. That is amazing.
I would much rather watch a movie about that venture than what we're stuck with. It's Monica's turn to share and she says, after helping that random girl, we don't know who she is, after helping her with her fundraiser, she realizes like that's what she wants to do. And so she's going to open her like own consulting business to consult with nonprofits. Great! Let's have a movie about that instead. Monica says that Clark was the first person that she wanted to tell, which is very romantic, very cute. She's really excited and she wanted to share that news with him. And Clark says, well, because I'm starting my own nonprofit foundation, I want to hire you and your new consulting business to help with the golf foundation. And again, I say, let's watch a movie about that instead. Now it's evening and it's time for this like resort party. At first I thought this was like the engagement party. It's not, apparently. It's just like the whole resort is there. And we get Clark and Monica dancing together.
I've been waiting all day to tell you how beautiful you are.
Thank you.
Okay, Clark, damn. Some of the white Hallmark men could take some notes from this. We see the rest of the family getting a table. They settle in. The two boys, Sean and the brother, go to the bar to get drinks for everybody. And the girlies left at the table see Clark and Monica dancing.
is happening right now?
I think someone's impersonating my mother.
I told you your mom knew how to party.
Oh my God, a girl could get used to this. Cutting loose. I mean.
Oh. What are you guys doing here?
Cock blocked. But wait, we get the drama. Unexpected drama. While everyone is at the table chatting, having a nice time, having their drinks, they see two women from the resort approach Sean and the brother.
I know I'm not saying what I think I'm saying.
I mean, he's just dancing. He can't be serious.
Honey, don't overreact. He's just having fun.
Well, he can have his fun.
Vivian. Vivian.
Oh my God, men! The next morning, Monica is in another beautiful outfit and she confronts the boys, and Sean says that Vivian won't speak to him.
What were you thinking? Gyrating with those girls?
I wasn't, I swear.
You lying bitch! He explains that he's just so excited about his life and about marrying Vivian that he wants to celebrate it with everyone. And I rolled my eyes into oblivion. In all of his boldness, Sean then asks if Monica will go speak to Vivian and like basically tell her to get over it.
I lost my head last night. But I only have eyes for Vivian, Miss Rawlins.
Boy, no. The first instance that a woman has shown you attention, your first reaction is to grind up on her in front of everyone. Imagine what he would do when left alone. No way, I don't trust this boy at all. In order to save face, we get a little bit of an exposition dump about Sean and about why he's been so cagey about like the future and stuff. And he basically explains like he's waiting to see which law schools will accept Vivian, and then wherever she goes, that's where they'll go together. So wherever they end up, he's gonna open a branch of like his dad's accounting firm or something. The idea being he doesn't want to say anything because he doesn't want to stress her out and put more pressure on her. But the idea is wherever she gets accepted to, he's gonna follow her there and open up his own like firm, or I guess it's not his own, his like, he'll just follow her wherever she goes. That's his plan. Doesn't stop the fact that he was grinding up on a stranger last night. Then we see Vivian and Monica sitting in front of more uneaten food, my absolute favorite. Vivian confesses that she's worried about the future and maybe that mom Monica was right. It's clear like she's questioning things and she's starting to get cold feet. Now, pause. Knowing what we know about Monica, who thinks that this is going too fast, that they're too young to make this kind of commitment. Now we see Vivian is getting cold feet and she's kind of questioning things. And we had poor actions from Sean the night before. What do you think her advice is going to be? Because in this movie, with my jaw on the ground, Monica says, you know what? Sean loves you and he's good for you. What? After all that? I literally can't believe it. She's basically encouraging her to go through with it anyway. Like, I don't get it. We do get some heartfelt conversation here between mother and daughter, you know. Mom, you're a great role model. Mom saying to Vivian, you know, you're so strong and I'm so proud of you. I love you. I love you too. Like, it is heartfelt. If you just avoid like the underlying message. Mom also unloads here that yeah, she was actually fired from her job and she was embarrassed to tell Vivian, but she's got a new plan. She knows what she's going for. Both women do cry. We get some tears. You know, I respect it. And then in all his boldness, Sean walks in with flowers.
She's all yours.
Poor girl is getting conflicted about the wedding, and now it's like it's too late because everybody likes Sean and they're just kind of like ignoring her concerns. Love that. God bless romance movies. Then we're back at the craft fair for some reason, and Monica knows the woman at this particular booth for some reason. That friend that we don't really know and Vivian both agree that Monica should get out there and should like start dating or whatever. So the friend takes Monica's phone and kind of like runs off, and she's like, I'm gonna make you a dating profile. Like, okay. But then Vivian tries on like bride vibe engagement party dresses. Like, is it normal at a craft fair to have a booth that sells these kinds of dresses? And also, does that mean Vivian did not pack an engagement party dress for her engagement party? I don't get it. Next, we're at Monica's final golf lesson. She sinks a great shot. Yay, they're excited. They hug, cute. They're even in matching colors for some reason. But he grabs her hand, ooh, flirty vibes, and he asks her on a date. At this point, we have 12 minutes left, which if you're familiar with Hallmark, this is the perfect time for the classic Hallmark miscommunication, which is...
Something has been crackling between you and me since we met in that airport. You know, I think there could be something really special between us, Monica.
I can't. I don't want to muddy the waters and complicate our relationship. It wouldn't work.
Is that your nice way of saying you don't go out with overgrown teenage playboys?
No. I'm just not...
No, it's fine. I clearly misunderstood. I'm gonna get going. I don't want to be late for a meeting I have. Nice shot.
Awkward. At the hotel, Monica explains to Denise like what happened. It was super embarrassing. She really likes Clark, but she was so surprised, like she just panicked. End fucking scene. In case you were wondering, this scene is 46 seconds with royalty-free B-roll before it and after it. Kill me. We see Monica join Sean's parents and they're like, thank you for saving the day earlier. You know, when our son was grinding on a stranger. She asks if Clark is around and they said no, he's had to go into the city for like this big meeting or whatever, and he's not gonna be coming back until after everybody leaves. But the whole point of this like week-long thing was apparently there was gonna be like a big party at the end, which he is now missing. Love that. When they mention the engagement party, Monica's like, so I have this idea and I was hoping you two would agree and like would want to do it. We don't get to hear this plan idea thing, but I broke out into a cold sweat because I'm like, it cannot be what I think it's going to be.
So you want us to do what?
Get married. Here, tonight.
Only if you want to. And I've already got approval from your parents.
Oh my God, talk about too soon. If they just waited to have their wedding even like a month later, maybe they would have changed their minds by then and could have avoided this very costly event. But fucking Monica, aka you're moving too fast Monica, has like thrown this on them and they literally can't say no. Then we're inside with the girlies and Vivian is visibly worried.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm just, it's nerves. Good nerves.
Okay.
On one hand, I think, girl, you deserve it. You've been annoying. This is what you wanted. But on the other hand, I'm like, this child, I feel so bad for this girl. We see them on the beach, windy AF. And Vivian has a wedding dress for some reason. Don't tell me she bought that at the craft fair too. And surprise, absent Black Daddy shows up. That was fast. Didn't they just decide on doing the wedding like that morning? Unfortunately, it is fucking windy. Girlie's got to hold onto that curtain with all her might. We also see Clark in the audience, so I guess he cut that meeting short. As we're watching the priest give his speech, part of me was like, oh my God, what if like Vivian doesn't go through with it? Like, what if she says, you know what, actually, this is too fast. I need to focus on myself. We need to go slow, like whatever. But no, that doesn't happen. They get married with actual wedding rings. I guess they got that at the craft fair too. They kiss, everybody's clapping, I'm screaming. This is a terrible idea. And this is such a terrible message. That night, everyone's standing around awkwardly, and we get this speech from Monica about like how happy she is and how great everything's gone, and she's so grateful, blah, blah, blah. She does kind of reference a wonderful man for teaching her so much, aka Clark. Afterwards, she finds him on a bench and they both apologize to each other. He says, you know, I'm really sorry I moved too fast. And she says, no, I'm really sorry. I really like you. I just panicked. So he asks her again, can I take you on a date? And she says yes. She also drops, without asking him first, that she's extended her stay at the resort so they can hang out. They kiss, everybody cheers, and the movie fades to black. What a fucking nightmare. As with all my recaps, we have 3 categories to rate: chemistry, plot, and overall enjoyment. For chemistry, I think Clark is very flirty. I think Monica is still a huge bitch, so it's kind of difficult. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. It is pretty decent, but I just find she is really unlikable. For plot, diabolical. I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5 because it is so insane, and like the overarching message of like 90% of the movie is like you should take your time and like you don't have to rush things, like you need to be reasonable, and then like that 10% right at the end just being like, who cares, just get married, nothing matters. And having a movie comprised of scenes that are largely less than a minute long with so much fucking royalty-free footage, hilarious. For overall enjoyment, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5 because it is so stupid and so ridiculous, and I'm screaming at my TV, and the message is awful. But it is also like really, really annoying because like 45% of the movie, nothing happens except royalty-free hip-hop music. And after so many scenes of that, I literally started to lose my mind. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have a bad movie, Hallmark or otherwise, that you want to see me recap on this channel, please leave a comment down below. If you'd like to watch something else, maybe more of like a classic white person Hallmark, what about this one? But as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye!